What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, America's most gifted victim in the world, Mr. Tyrese, is back at it again, man. I like Tyrese a lot. I want to go ahead and preface this video by saying I like Tyrese. I try to support Tyrese as much as possible. I enjoy his music. I think he's very talented. Did a great job in Baby Boy. Does an excellent job in all the Fast and Furious movies. Great actor. As far as everything that he does in entertainment, I think he is a great citizen. As it comes to being a regular person, this nigga is always in some shit. This nigga always crying about some shit, bro. He plays all these goddamn masculine, strong characters on TV, and then he just be on social media motherfucking crying all day, every day with new problems. I'm not here for this shit, man, but I like Tyrese. So now he's suing Home Depot in a $1 million racial discrimination lawsuit. And there's actually video of the incident. I'm going to play that in just a moment. But first, I want to get into Tyrese's actual issue. So this case is centered around accusations that Tyrese and two members of his team, Eric Mora and Manuel Hernandez, quote unquote, experienced outrageous discriminatory mistreatment and consumer racial profiling firsthand. This is what he's suing for. Tyrese says that the three of them were waiting to check out at Home Depot when Tyrese decided to wait outside in his vehicle while Mora and Hernandez completed the transaction with his credit card. However, an issue arose which resulted in Tyrese having to engage in a heated discussion with the cashier via FaceTime before he had to re-enter the store in person. The cashier gave no reasonable explanation other than repeating store policy and demanded to see a form of identification. Right? So that's what Tyrese's story is. It was only after significant heated discussion with the cashier that Tyrese was finally able to complete said transaction. As a result, Tyrese is stating that the Home Depot employees, quote unquote, purposely interfered with and refused to process the transaction based on their groundless suspicion of Gibson, Mora, and Hernandez arising from their skin color. The lawsuit also speculates that Mora and Hernandez's national origin played a factor in the alleged discrimination they faced. Basically, you see that they have Hispanic names, so maybe they were being racially profiled for being Hispanics. Maybe they really didn't have the money. I don't know about that, but we'll keep going. They continue, this is a clear and deplorable instance of discriminatory mistreatment and consumer racial profiling. The treatment of Gibson, Mora, and Hernandez by the Home Depot was humiliating and demeaning. Home Depot has actually released a statement on their own behalf stating, "We do not tolerate discrimination in any form. We value Mr. Gibson as a customer, and in the months since this happened, we've reached out to him and his attorney several times to try to resolve his concerns. We will continue to do so." I'm gonna be honest with y'all real quick, man. I think Home Depot is probably one of the main places on earth you can't necessarily be racially profiled. I'm gonna say this real jest. Number one, as a black man, they might be surprised to see you in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, Mr. Black Man, what is you finna build? I highly doubt they gave y'all any trouble when y'all was walking around the store. So you mean to tell me the cashier had an issue with you? You do know Home Depot got hella self-checkouts, but let's keep it moving. Then your two team members are of Hispanic descent, right? Why would they be judged in goddamn Home Depot when if you were to do a poll, I would assume they're probably one of the number one or two consumers in goddamn Home Depot for all of their skill in architecture, building, doing all the shit in construction that we don't be wanting to do. And when I say we, I'm talking about everybody else in the United States that's not Spanish. So the true issue is Tyrese, for whatever reason, he wanted to go relax in the car. He left his credit card with his teammates. They tried to swipe the card. For whatever reason, somebody said, "Hey, I need to see some ID." I seen in the comments that people are saying that Home Depot is ramping up their security detail, you know, asking these questions, asking to see ID because there's a lot of theft that's happening in their stores. Therefore, they're asking more questions. So when one of his teammates swiped Tyrese Gibson's credit card and then they ask for a identification, they pull out Mora or Hernandez. They say, "Hey, this isn't your credit card. Store policy says that if you're using a card, it has to be yours." Tyrese then decides to get on FaceTime to say, "Hey, I'm the owner of the card. I'm Tyrese Gibson. I can show you my identification." They said, sir, you need to bring your motherfucking ass in this store if you want them to use this card. You can't just FaceTime us and say that you're authorizing their usage because they're not authorized users on your motherfucking card. So, Tyrese, you have a couple of options here, my brother. Number one, if you want them to be authorized users of your actual credit, right? Because you're using personal credit in this store, add them niggas to your shit. But I'm quite sure you don't want to do that. So, the next option for you, you've been in business how long? These people have been working for you how long? Do you not have a company? Because what you can do as a company is create company credit. You can use company credit cards. As a matter of fact, you can issue as many company credit cards as you would need to, as long as you authorize it with your bank. So perhaps you should step up your professionalism, step up how you're actually working with your teammates, because why the fuck are your business partners using your personal credit card? It makes no sense. If you're purchasing on behalf of actual business, you shouldn't even really be using your personal credit card on business expenses, right? I'm not judging you. I'm not saying you right or you wrong. I'm just saying there's a couple of things you could have done that can prevent this issue from happening and will help you prevent this issue from happening anytime in the future. You're older than me. You've been rich way longer than me because I ain't even rich yet. You've been rich as long as I've been fucking before I was an adult. These are things that you should know. Why am I telling you information that I just learned a couple years ago when you've been famous for 25 years? That's all I'm saying, bro. Quit the crying. Quit asking for goddamn help. Quit victimizing yourself, man. You're too smart. You're too knowledgeable. You're too rich. You're too wealthy. You're too empowered to be doing this shit every fucking week. Stop with the crying. Dry your fucking head off, man. Dry your face off, man. We seen you in Baby Boy with the shit, man, when goddamn... Yeah, when homeboy tried to hem you up and shit. You just been carrying this out in the public for the last 5-6 years. You keep going to court with your exes. Keep going to court, goddamn filing divorce. Asking for reduction on child support. Just want to see your kids, man. I'm starting to think you the motherfucking problem. And again, I like you, man. I support you. I was one of the people that actually wasn't mad about you singing that song that Sway. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there try to clown you for that shit, man. I wasn't mad at you out here really telling your truth and speaking what it is. You know what I mean? But the thing about dealing with your feelings is you can't always lead with that shit, man. It got to be some type of discernment. You can't just keep putting yourself out there in this manner and finding yourself always the motherfucking victim asking for some help, bro. Because you know good and goddamn well, anybody else in your circle, if all they did was complain, all they did was put themselves in a position where, woe is me, you would cut them niggas off eventually and be like, bro, why every time I come around, you got a problem? Why every time I come around, it's an issue? Why we can't never have a regular day around you? You're starting to become that person. And if you can't look yourself in the mirror and evaluate that for what it is, then you might need to go see a therapist. You might need to go see somebody that can put the mirror in front of you and you can't duck and dodge and move around from that shit. Because it seems like you don't want to take accountability for yourself. It seems like everybody else always has to be the problem. It seems like you can't even get some goddamn shit from Home Depot in peace, my nigga. One of the most peaceful places you could possibly go. One of the only stores that you could go into and really not be bothered by nobody. You could walk in that bitch for hours. Niggas gonna try to help you. Niggas gonna say, hey, you need some help finding some shit? Let me know. One of the main places main objective is to figure out how to get you in and out that bitch happy. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll the tape. You know what I'm saying? Since we want to have evidence, since we want to talk about discrimination, let's go ahead and reinforce exactly what it is that I'm talking about, because there is video footage of this nigga trying to make it seem like it's a problem that his two teammates cannot use his personal credit card when they're just asking for identification. Eventually, he was able to pull out his motherfucking ID and get the hell up out of there. Probably could have saved himself 30 to 45 minutes of argument had he just went up there and paid for the shit his goddamn self. Roll the tape, please.
Swipe my card to pay for it. Okay. And he let me leave. So then, as I left, sir, they're now here to finish the transaction because irregardless of who I am, I don't like getting attention. And I just started seeing people looking, and I was like, let me go ahead and work my way out. They've been coming here and working with me. They work with me. I don't treat anybody less than. I treat everybody with respect. They've been working with me for 10 years. I have not been in this store in probably 6 years. So I'm asking the supervisor, who won't give me her last name, what is the store policy that you have in place that you're supposed to implement where I'm able to scan 2 candy bars and walk outside without my ID and without paying for it? And he let me leave. And I'm calling you on FaceTime to say if you have an ID problem and I don't have a pro account, you're looking at me on FaceTime and I'm telling you it's me. And then you're saying the policy.
Hey, bruh. What the fuck y'all doing buying candy bars out of Home Depot for, bro? You know how long them bitches be sitting in that bit, man? No nobody go in a goddamn Home Depot for no fucking candy, man. Y'all could have went to Walmart. Y'all could have went to the goddamn Chevron. Y'all could have went to the BP. Y'all could have went to any other store. You could have went to the liquor store for that shit, man. What the fuck is y'all doing getting 2 candy bars out of Home Depot for? Them bitches was finna be hard as bricks any motherfucking way. Nah, fam. Bang the gavel on this nigga, man. Case thrown out. Number 2. You seem to not understand how ID works. ID is not, hey, I'm on FaceTime, nigga, this me. Yeah, this me, nigga. Send that shit through. No. We need to see actual identification. I need to see the card. I need to see your date of birth. I need to see other information about you to verify that this is the person that's on the card, nigga. Your face ain't on the motherfucking card. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Some people have that, but I'm quite sure his wasn't. That's some old school shit. So no, again, bang the gavel again. You causing a public disruption for no motherfucking reason over 2 candy bars, nigga. He talking about something I didn't want attention. Who the fuck gave a fuck that you was in there? You was walking around the store long enough as Tyrese with nobody bothering you, but you think somebody gonna come bother you on the checkout while you checking out for 2 goddamn candy bars that should have took 15 seconds to get. Come the fuck on, man. As a matter of fact, if all you was getting out of here was 2 candy bars, why they couldn't buy their own shit? They've been working for you for 10 years and ain't got the money to pay for their own motherfucking Snickers bars? Something's not adding up here. Bang the gavel again. We on your ass, sir. And like I said, I like Tyrese. I support Tyrese. I like his movies. I like his music. I fucking liked TGT. I thought that was a great ass group. But some shit we just can't keep letting slide. And today, you gonna have to electric slide your ass out that courtroom, electric slide your ass out this lawsuit, because you finna waste some more of your own money and the public's time with this bullshit. I'm over it. Next subject. Hey, be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. I will see y'all on the next video, man. Much love, respect, y'all. Stay safe out there. Peace.